I'm never ready. Let me make sure that the...
I have low expectations, so I don't get disappointed.
That's good.
Your expectations are too high. Just assume you're gonna.
Just assume I'm going to suck, and then I will always be happy. Okay, where is that coming from? I can't find what is running. I have too many.
Another brilliant opening.
I know, but it's so I can. It's I have a version of us playing somewhere in the background. I can't find it. Okay, now I found it. So I have the show on one of the windows, and I have so many windows I couldn't find the window that was replaying what we were saying. So yes. Anyways, I did find it, and I am now ready to go, I think. Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. Today we're going to we've got a packed lineup covering 3 powerful AI tools and workflows that you can put to work right now. We're going to do some hands-on with some AI prompt techniques to help you develop.
It's still playing it twice, Mike.
It's still playing it twice. I can't hear it.
I hear it. It's broadcasting it to me.
I don't know what to do about that. The volume's off on it. You sure it's on my end?
Maybe.
I mean, I only see 2 audio streams.
Let me check to see if something...
Is it still doing it? Because it ran for...
Go ahead. Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, it stopped.
Okay. Anyways, sorry about the start and stop, but to get back on track, we're going to go hands-on with advanced AI techniques for developing and selling merch, the new Gemini command line interface for pro-level integration right into your terminal, and we're going to use the new X brand's new Grok Video Model for mobile AI video generation, just for fun. Each segment comes with some practical examples, which we've linked in the comments below the video. And my brother has some stuff as well that he's going to be covering.
Yes, I'm going to be covering how testosterone replacement therapy for people over the age of 50 usually doesn't work very well, and why, and how you can fix that. Also, we're going to cover Old Glory Bank. Old Glory Bank is a bank that is pretty much a patriotic bank that doesn't allow anyone to be banned for their political beliefs, but also is the first bank to integrate crypto into their regular app. You're allowed to have your own wallet. You know, you can have an Exodus wallet, whatever, and you can link it to this bank, and you can exchange for, you know, you can buy crypto, sell crypto, go to stablecoin, and everything within the bank's app. So it's the first bank to do it. And I opened up an account with them, but I never deposited any money in there a while back. Now they just gave me the notification that they're going to be integrating crypto full time. They want to be the big crypto bank. They've gone from having about 200,000 customers to 220,000 customers in the last year. So they'll be, and because of this new innovation, it'll be fully functional by February. It's partially functional now. it's been sitting on the back burner for a while, so we'll go over that.
Okay. And
My camera just shut down, so great.
let me see if I can tweak my video settings just a tad. While he's figuring that out, so just to give an overview, a little more detail of exactly what the 3 segments I'm doing are, is segment 1 is going to be how to leverage ChatGPT-5 to supercharge your, I would say this sample I'm using is print on demand, but it could be t-shirts, it could be any sort of graphic design type stuff, or cups, or you name it, anything with basically artwork involved in it. Segment 2 is going to be the installation and using Gemini command line interface, which so in your computer you have your GUI, your graphical user interface that you use, but there's also a way of just typing it in. It's like the DOS used to be an example of command line. And a command line is a forgotten art, but we're going to show you a little bit about that. And then the final segment again is going to be Grok's new video AI 10 actionable bullet points, basically 10 prompts that you could try to use for fun. And so my first segment is ChatGPT 5 print on demand workflows. And again, this could be anything from book generation, t-shirts, cups, and how to basically generate stuff, put it on, whether it's Spotify or Amazon or whatever. In this case, we're going to be pretending it's Amazon and generating stuff and showing how that works. And so some of the key points is ChatGPT 5 produces more creative and targeted merch ideas than any earlier versions, supposedly. That's the line they're telling us. And so we're going to give it a try. Simple niche-specific prompts can yield high-quality, ready-to-use slogans. You can always specify target audience in the prompt to get more specific with your audience and boost relevance to them. Built-in Amazon listing prompts can format titles, bullet points, keywords to your specifications for your again, this could be Spotify, could be Etsy, it could be any of these, not Spotify, what is Shopify, kept calling it Spotify. Technically, I guess it could even be Spotify, but you can restyle prompts, can turn one design into multiple variants. So you could take a piece of artwork and bring it in, or a product photography or whatever, and restyle it by bringing it into ChatGPT. Image to image workflow allows you to transform things with minimal effort. Merging best practice designs creates fresh combinations and proven appeal. Like, so you can take somebody else's ideas and steal them and basically legally reuse them through running them through ChatGPT. Not only that, but technically you could take somebody's entire book or philosophy and condense it down into a prompt, and then use that prompt to generate various, like, let's say there's a really amazing sales guru. You could take his entire philosophy from his book, condense it down into a prompt, and use that to generate maybe your sales descriptions for your products. I'm not actually an Amazon genius. I don't use it for selling anything, but we're gonna pretend we are. Use AI to pre-filter ideas before investing in design products. Like, you can kind of pre-flight them, I guess would be one way to look at it. And instead of making something, like you could make a t-shirt that's only in AI and then use that as a pre-flight to your idea, but posting it places to get feedback on it or whatnot. So I have a worksheet that I put together for covering the various types of things that we can do. I'm going to read them off, and if you could, Tony, maybe switch over your view. We're going to. You should have. I sent you all the. I don't need to do that.
I'll get it.
I sent you all the Chat GPT marketing prompts. We're just going to copy and paste them in and see what happens. Oh, and what? So, do you want to? I was thinking about doing a T-shirt prompt for T-shirt based on something like "Bacon makes everything better." Do you remember that T-shirt?
Yes.
Okay, so and we're going to target men, and so that's going to be kind of our niche, I guess, unless you got a better idea.
No. No, that's fine.
So, let me select. Okay. Um, so I think you have the wrong thing open. You want the Chat GPT marketing prompts print on
This is
demand.
ChatGPT. This is workflow merch. Amazon sellers. ChatGPT segment 1.
Okay. All right, then my bad. I can't really read it. It looks different on you. So what we need to do is copy and paste the first one into Chat GPT and just see what we get back.
Prompt number 1.
Yes, just copy and paste that. Maybe you should show just Chat GPT and not our prompt list. But just to read through them, the prompts that I put together is give me 10 funny niches, t-shirt design phrases, and ideas for target audience, which is going to be men 25 to 50. We're going to write an Amazon listing for a niche for the t-shirt, whatever one we think is the best, and go basically through the process of developing a t-shirt. Okay, good. So you can either type it in or copy and paste it. If that is too white for you, if you click on your little icon at the bottom, in the bottom left-hand corner, you can set it to night mode.
Where's night mode?
See your little Google icon in the bottom left-hand corner. Click on the circle and settings. It should personalization. Channel themes, yeah, themes, yes. It's that. It's click on that. A dark mode. I think that's easier to read for the camera too, don't you think?
I think so.
Okay. White on black. I don't. So, anyways, so let's go through and just it actually completed it. Go back up to the top. So you put in your prompt, and it basically said 10 funny. And so let's read them and see which one we like. Oh, you didn't put in your. You need to rerun it. Actually, you didn't.
Oh, okay.
You didn't put in
I
the
understand.
target.
All right, I'll get it.
And niche should be men, let's say. Um, and 25 to 53, I think, is actually considered the key demo.
You now try it.
Yes, sir. I lift coffee to my mouth.
Aging like a fine pizza. Grill sergeant on duty. Low battery, high caffeine.
Ain't that the truth?
Sarcasm is my cardio. Knees hurt, still awesome. Yeah, sure it is. Fueled by burgers and regret. Vintage, not old.
So,
Yet.
what do you think? Which one did you like?
Okay, let's put in something more edgy. Let's have some fun.
Still
Yeah,
waiting.
that's me.
Yes.
Still waiting to grow up. Powered by bad decisions. Running late is my cardio.
I like that one.
Expert in doing nothing. A little bitter, mostly tired. Professional overthinker, not lazy. Energy efficient. That's what I keep telling my wife. World's okayest man. That is so lame. Old enough to know better, but did it anyways. That would be mine. Vintage attitude. Modern problems. Same old crap every day. That's too long for a t-shirt.
So,
okay, now what do we got?
You pick one. Just do you have a handy headshot of yourself? No.
I can get one real quick.
No, it's not necessary. We can.
I don't have a collection. I don't have a collection of headshots.
No, it's not. It's not necessary. It's
because I'm completely awesome, and I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't need it. We'll make up a model. Pick one that you think is the best, and I'll just get. Just copy and paste it. Or 8. Yeah, I guess you could do that. Okay. Say you want to develop a t-shirt. Say create a t-shirt with a model for number 8. Like a t-shirt design, technically. And you're on
they'll
the free.
notify us. Yeah, of course I'm on the free one. I don't pay for ChatGPT.
Wow, whose fault is that? It's fast enough, anyways. So the idea, and then we'll move on to the next prompt is, so once you've done this, you could have said, hey, I want a model, for the shirt to be on a model, a male model, and then you could have brought that product picture, and if you had a Amazon listing, you could use that directly on your Amazon listing. And so you can then, you could obviously start working on developing the t-shirt and have it printed, but you could pre-sell the t-shirt without actually having any of them completed. In the past, you had to go ahead and so if a design doesn't work, it doesn't sell, you don't have to commit to 100 t-shirts that will never sell. It's thinking. It'll start coming in. It's not broken. It's thinking. And so once you have the T-shirt, you can then go to the next prompt, which is write a Amazon merch listing for, and we have our T-shirt, so we can say the T-shirt name, and avoid using words like gift, high quality, product type terms like T-shirts and tees.
Limited offer.
Limited offer. And then we can actually, what I like to say is use all best marketing best practices.
This must have been complicated for it. Image creating. Okay, here we go.
That's not bad.
That isn't what I asked for, but
What did you say? The world's okay.
Number 8. Yeah, I asked for number 8. But
what was number 8?
Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe it is number 8. Let's go look.
Yeah, to scroll up.
Yeah, it is. 7 was the correct one. Okay, I think that's pretty good. But that's the world's lamest man. That's what it's more like. Okayest.
But I mean, that's what we're doing. We're doing self-deprecating, and so.
Yes.
But now, say, put it on a male model. Put this shirt on a male model. You misspelled this.
That's all right. It'll figure it out.
It would. It actually would.
Let's experiment. So why correct your spelling when it'll do it for you?
So what we're trying to show here.
Okay, so it's going to take a bit. Because lots of people are working right now.
It's just saying that because we're on free, but it's actually working very fast. It technically isn't doing any worse than yeah. But what this allows people to do is rapidly prototype, and then you can take and then we'll do the next thing after we get this image, which has been fun. We're going to then take the okayest dad T-shirt and run the next prompt. Which hopefully it works at. I mean, I think this is brilliant, don't you?
Yes.
It's fucking.
He does look like the world's okayest man. He's marginal in every way.
That's right, and I actually think we could sell this. We should actually sell this shirt.
Why not? There's other ones I like better, but this one's pretty good.
Well, and we can obviously do those. So grab now using that, go get the next prompt on the list, which is write an Amazon merch listing for this T-shirt. I probably got overzealous. I don't think I need 7 prompts to go through. I think this probably sufficiently. And what do you think, Tony? Based on the other prompts, the people can go through them on their own and play with them. Probably, we don't need to do the whole thing.
Oh, so let's look at what it is. It's a perfect gag gift, comfortable fit, bold, easy to read design, multiple sizes and colors, multiple marginal okay sizes and colors. I could rebrand it through the marketing, yes. Here we go. Celebrate mediocrity and style. There we go. That's what I was talking about.
It's actually pretty well written. The ultimate gift for the man aging 25 to 53 who aren't afraid to laugh at themselves. It's true. This premium graphic tee combines sarcastic humor and all-day comfort. I mean, that's
That could be
perfectly.
our whole shtick.
Dad
Mediocrity
bods.
mediocrity is our thing.
But and what we
We've
should
proven
do,
it in the past, and we're going to continue in the future.
before we get off this, actually, let's do one for the abundance cast. Um, write a brief description of basically we're trying to bring abundance through technology, and write a t-shirt, 10 t-shirt themes based on that.
Okay. Word that again.
Well, the abundance cast is what we're doing, and that's basically living better, more abundantly through technology. Ask it to come up with 10 slogans for our next t-shirt.
Uh,
Just copy and paste the thing from up above where it says 10 uh, 10 slogans tailored for ages 23 to 50. Right there. You just went by it. You don't have to copy the whole thing, just the 10 slogans part. It can be 10 funny slogans.
here we go. All right. Now let's.
Hopefully that works. Run it. Let's see what happens. Control Alt Abundance. Why find your best life? Error 404. uh, that's funny. Okay, so as you guys could see, we're not going to do the whole t-shirt design thing, but uh, it works. And you can take this kind of brainstorming, I guess, and develop products. And this could be cups. These, could be coffee cups. This could be something, business slogans. We're trying to be funny, but it could be very serious. And it has it's got a good sense of humor. I thought Control Alt, abundance was kind of funny. Control Z, my regrets. Not a bug, it's a feature. Abundance. Updating my patience. So these could be, rolled into t-shirts. And then you could do the whole product photography thing. I've included 10, or I think, was it 7 or 10? I included a series, prompts that you could use to help develop your products. And, you couldn't really come up with this stuff this quickly. I mean, you can just keep running with it and develop. You could develop a whole line of clothing in an afternoon doing this. Have 8 or 10 different t-shirt designs. And you could make a business logo. And again, then it's using all of the proper formatting, and it knows what Amazon likes. It knows what Spotify or Shopify, I mean, likes. And so it if you tell it where you want it to go, the audience you're targeting, it's got all of that demographic data built into this model. And so it really expedites the research aspect of it and makes it quite fun. And so this is something that anyone can try. My brother doesn't have a paid account. This is what he's just doing for free. He's using ChatGPT, the highest level model. He has a limitation how many photos and stuff he can make, but you know, and it's probably not quite as snappy as if you were paying for it. But you're getting basically a whole marketing team here for no cost. You don't have to pay anything to use this stuff. And I think that's just pretty remarkable. Hey, that's not half bad. Are you there, Tony?
Yes, I am here. The Abundance Cast.
You
Where
actually
marginal people go to upgrade.
for mid people, mid.
Yeah.
That's the new marginal word. Mid
Mid?
people. Yeah, that's what.
Marginal is so much more powerful, though.
Yes, particularly when you talk like this. So, what do you think? You've got to play with it. I mean, do you see? I don't think you've ever tried this before. Do you see? Is it inspiring you to like think of things?
Yes, and you can tailor your, I guess your what do you call it? Your instructions.
Yeah, a lot.
Get
yes.
a lot, so you can get exactly what you want, and it's just whatever.
And if you were
how
somebody,
much creativity you have,
and if you were somebody like you who likes wordsmithing a little bit, and you had a bunch of ideas already, you could take those ideas and be like, "Hey, I want you to keep going. I want you to take my 10 ideas and in my style continue to try to extrapolate." And I think everybody should be using this technology. This is the only thing it's good for. Is taking.
At worst case scenario here, it gives you more ideas to then put into it and get a better logo. And but it increases, because with the human mind, especially a creative person, when you feed them something like this, it sparks more ideas. So it's just not that it comes up with the ultimate product for you or the ultimate logo. It will allow you to tailor it.
Yeah,
exactly
it's
what you
allowing
want.
you to iterate. It's helping you iterate. It gives you an idea, that gives you an idea. You give it an idea, back and forth it goes. It's like having a creative partner to bounce things off of.
It
which
gives
is
you a big palette to paint with. So you
yes.
have the tools to paint or create or sculpt or however you want to put it.
And so once you have your logo, once you have your t-shirt, you can then do these other things. Like, just to cover them real quick, some of the other things I put in there is, obviously we did make the listing for it, but you can take the design and then restyle it, like you're saying, with different themes and styles. Like, you could, once you have your original, you can say, okay, I want it to be a beach theme, or I want it to be a clever upscale nightclub t-shirt, or or whatever it is. You can create, number 4, create a t-shirt design, the niche target audience in the style to avoid trademarks and copyrights and characters and complex unreadable designs. So you can, if you have something that is kind of where you want, you can take your prompt and rerun it. So you can take this image right here, save it, and then re-enter it by hitting the plus sign and say, hey, this is pretty good, but I want to iterate on it, and these are the ways I want to iterate on it. Once you have 3 or 4 things you like, you can, let's say you've got a design here, a design there you like, but none of them are exactly right. You take your top 2 or 3 and say, hey, merge them. Or let's say you're already up and selling stuff. You already have products that are up and going. You can combine elements from these 2 designs, and design 1 and design 2, in a single cohesive t-shirt design. You can take other people's products and do the same thing. And so there's a lot here. You can go through what's on the web that's really working well, other people's product ideas and stuff like that that are selling really well, and somebody's favorite toothpaste or whatever it is, or if you're coming out with your own form of magnesium, and there's 2 best-selling magnesium products out on the market that are just kicking everyone's ass. A lot of that is the style of the bottle or whatever. You can take those 2 product designs and smash them together and see what you get. Maybe you have a better through that, and that's assuming you have no creativity of your own. You might have an idea of your own, like I was saying. You have 10 ideas of your own, and you want to get feedback on which one the AI thinks is going to be the best selling and why. So there's a gazillion ways to skin the cat here, and I think everybody should be taking their productivity ideas and running them through AI just to see what happens. I could probably come up with 10 prompts every day for people to try. I actually do for myself, and I'm always amazed. And like I said, the t-shirt idea, we were actually going to do this last week, or the week before, but on the first show where you weren't here, and I just thought it was too good to pass on. So that's pretty much all I have to say on this. I mean, I think it speaks for itself. I mean, what do you have anything to add?
I think it does. It speaks for itself. It's very usable, and
it's not just tailored. As far as I know, you can do this with Gemini. You can do this with Grok. I actually think that this one has ChatGPT probably has the best image generator of the major
from
AI.
what I've seen,
Yes.
yeah, from the major ones, not ones that just don't. There's ones that just specialize in images,
Yes.
and
Yes.
but this for the average user is what I found. It's the best.
And
Grok still has a little bit of problem with images, but
it's
I'll have to
actually
try it.
we're gonna have to cover
We're
it
gonna try it
tonight.
right now.
Yeah, well, it's video, but I'm not sure how we're gonna do that actually, because that is what we need to figure out a way is how to project our phone onto this.
Let me see if I can project a video right now, because my next segment is going to require it. Let's see if I can actually.
Like if we could somehow share our phones with the OBS. It's a very finicky program.
Okay, let's see what I can do here. Let's see if I can get it to come up. That'd be great.
Are you trying to make your phone show up?
I'm trying to make this video segment show up.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
No. I don't hear anything. Yeah, it's not.
Okay, well, it doesn't. So
I have the same problem for some reason. I don't know how to make it. I think we have to get a plugin. The only way it would work is if like you um could like have it play through your phone. You've had YouTube play. You've had YouTube play once before.
there's got to be a way to do it. We just don't know what we're doing. But that, let's not worry about that right now. What I'd
Right.
like to cover is I've been looking into Old Glory Bank for a while,
And what attracted you
and
to them? Just that they're
basically, uh, because I'm ex-military, so they offered me a banking account with no fees at all, absolutely no fees, zero fees, and they pay you interest. They're sort of like a what do you call it?
a credit union.
Uh, a credit union, except the credit union is not going to pay you interest on everything you put in there. That you have to have usually it's like $200 or $500 in there for them to pay you. And then I found out that Old Glory Bank is going to be the first bank to implement uh, cryptocurrency, both buying and selling, and implementing your own wallet and linking it to your own wallet, so you can transfer money back and forth out of different and into what do you call it? The stable coin. So you can take your dollars, put it in stable coin, or you take your dollars and buy crypto. And so you don't have to worry about having a trading platform anymore. You don't have to worry about going on those exchanges or all this other stuff. You can just directly out of your bank account, because of the new legislation by Trump and Congress, uh, go directly to crypto and on your own wallet. And they're not going to look at your wallet. So you can do whatever you want. You can transfer as much money in and as much money out as you want, and no one's going to be doing a financial colonoscopy on you like they used to do. Well, who are you sending it to? Where's their fishing license? Are they a communist? Are they a fascist? I mean, all this stuff they'd ask you. Why do you need to send that money there? None of your business. Now you don't have to tell anybody. And Old Glory Bank, they're going to have, it's partially working now, but eventually it'll be completely 100%. You could be able to trade back and forth between all sorts of crypto and your own wallet, and you'll be able to keep, the stable coins, and it's linked one to one to dollars. So you'll be able to use, you'll just be able to convert back and forth. You'll be able to take it if the crypto market is crashing. You can take and put it into stable coin and wait it out rather than having to do some, you can do that within Exodus anyways. But now that there's a stable coin in each bank, and this bank is expanding super rapidly, because everyone who got kicked out of the other banks because they were patriots or they were Republicans or they didn't like what they were doing online, they didn't like what they were selling, whether it be ivermectin or something else. These people welcomed them. So they went from like having 3,000 accounts to over, I think they said 200,000 or 300,000 banking members now in just 6 months. So this is all backed by all the conservative people.
We need more of that. Thank God something like that's happening, but it's inevitable, and I hope that happens in other areas where basically the leftists have had too much power and if you're not aware, Visa is doing something like this, where if they don't like your politics or what you're doing, they won't let you interface with the Visa network. They'll kick you off, and that's actually happened in so a huge swath of the video game industry that was maybe too small to be DEI they've been banned from making video games. Like, in fact,
Well,
the game that we're playing, on the other channel, is having trouble, and because Visa won't let them be bought anymore. And so, for the last 2 weeks, Visa has been preventing people. And so Trump came out and signed a EO saying that, listen, you can't be making discriminatory decisions based on people's, likes and dislikes, whether that's
well, they were always using that. It made their bank look bad.
reputational risk. Yes, that's
Yes.
exactly right.
So that's what he's gotten rid of, that phony baloney reputational risk. They can back people doing all sorts of nefarious things, long as
Yeah,
they politically align with them. But as soon as you don't politically align with them, then you can't do anything because it ruins their reputation. Their reputation is horrible, anyways.
yes. I mean,
How
let's
can
be
you?
on. Yeah, let's be
I
honest. The
mean,
banks are fucking dookie.
and they're about to be replaced. So think about it. You have an Exodus wallet. You can transfer money to whoever you want now. Anyone has a wallet. You all you need is Bitcoin account on your website, and they just put the money in that, and you can immediately stick it in your bank account if you wish, or keep it in crypto. And it's nothing they can effing do about it now. Nothing.
No, no. The only thing they
It's
can do,
over.
the only thing they can do is they would have to have something that makes you want to bring it in, which means they would have to go back to making products attractive. That was originally how banking got started. Banking wasn't guaranteed. There was benefits to holding your money, like it had high yield, and now they don't. It's going to be pretty hard for them to compete with some of the yields on some of these cryptos that they're staking.
Yeah. Say you're putting in. Uh, say you have, just for argument's sake, you have $1 million in crypto, and a lot of people do now because of it's gone up so much. And you're getting paid 7% staking. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, for sitting on your ass. That's
Yeah.
that's
If it was
about enough.
10%, it'd be $100,000. You're getting 70 grand a year, which most people can live on, and and you could basically spend it. And I'm not even sure about the tax implications of that because they never know where you got the money from. So how can they tax you? They didn't know what price point you bought it at. So how can they determine what your tax is? They can't.
Well, you're supposed to, but
Yeah, I'm supposed to. I'm going to be. What I'm going to do basically is switch it around and keep buying and selling, and changing the amount that I have, and it'll be like, I don't know how much it was worth when I bought it. You know, what are they
well,
going to say? Prove
one
it.
of the things
Prove it.
that one of the
It's
things that
outside. It's outside of their. It's outside of their jurisdiction. It doesn't matter.
one of the things that we as theoretical people in this new digital economy have to be looking at is what's uh, um, because the money is going to be kind of universal. It's already kind of dollar is universal, but let's say it becomes Bitcoin, and the vast majority of people are using.
I'll be right back. 1 second. I'm just have to hook something up. I'm not leaving you.
Oh, but there's places that are United States territories that have better treatment of digital assets. There are
Palau.
what?
Palau. It used to be a part of Guam, and that it's a island out in the Pacific, and they've won their independence, but they're a crypto nation now.
Well, I'm talking about territories inside of the United States. If
But I still think we have special privileges as Americans in Palau, like
oh,
you would in Guam or Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, if you have let's say you're making money on YouTube or you're selling products digitally, there's no tax. If you are doing crypto, there's no tax. There's no tax on it. So,
Because in order to be taxed, it has to be converted to U.S. dollars.
but
And if
there, it doesn't matter if you convert it. There is no tax responsibility in Act 60. Look it up. But
well, that's why I used to invest in offshore. I used to have several bank accounts and companies offshore. But then all of a sudden they changed the laws to say that they can stick their nose in what I do in another country. And I thought that was sort of presumptive of Congress to think they can look into another country's finances and deal with
Well,
because I set up.
the United States has gotten to be particularly under Biden. Hopefully, we start. If you want your country to be the most invested area in the world, you got to do what they're doing in Dubai, which is we don't care how much money you make. We're not. There is no income tax. We just want you to set up business here. There's business tax. If you make it so that once people earn their money, they get to keep their house, they get to keep their property that they've made, and then everybody floods that area with business, and the country makes plenty of money on business.
Yeah, you think about it. You pay for this house, you bought it, and now they tell you if you don't constantly pay them, they're going to take the house away from you. What kind of ownership is that? That's zero ownership. All you have is right to occupy. You have no. It ends up
You have
being
the right to pay. The right to pay.
It's just like it's just like child support, right? Child support in Florida for men. You have the right to pay. You have no other rights. You know the rights of visitation.
DeSantis is trying to get rid of that here in Florida, and I hope that other red states consider it. It's become a cash cow where all the counties. So they take our property tax, and these liberal counties, Broward, Orlando, wherever you want to talk about it, and they're spending, $300-400 million a year in Florida on DEI. 10% of the budget is going to. We're a red state.
And global warming in Florida. I mean, come on. It's already hot here. Who cares? I mean, it's
the reality is I've seen pictures of forts from the dawn of photography. They're taking pictures of the sea level, and they take a picture of the same fort now. The sea hasn't advanced in any significant way in 200 years.
They said it's if anything, it's fluctuated between up and down about 1/8 of an inch.
The reality,
that sounds dangerous to me.
The reality is when there is a problem, it won't be something we can do anything about. If a meteorite plows into the Pacific Ocean and disrupts the currents there, or it hits an ice sheet or whatever, these things are not anything we need to worry about, in my opinion. But let's get on to so back to the banking. I think that this is good. People should look at Old Glory. I'm going to take a look at them. Is that an online bank only or what?
Oh, they have brick and mortar banks, but they're not in Florida but they're basically an online bank. But I never go to the bank at all ever.
Well, sometimes one of the advantages is if you want to get like a house.
And another benefit from this bank is that there's over 40,000
80
or 80,000.
There's 85,000
ATMs that you can use for free.
Yes, and they were talking about how something like Chase has 5,000. I watched the video. So I've seen it.
So they've cut deals with all the other banks and credit unions so that you can anything that's outside of their network, you get to do 5 transactions a month for free. So they're eating that cost. So that's they're committed to customers, unlike like Bank of America is committed to charging you fees.
Everybody is going to be going to this model. The small banks will go first, but because what this guy is probably trying to do is he's looking at the Stablecoin Act, and he sees that the more assets he has under control, the more money, more stablecoin he can print. And so he doesn't give a fuck how much he eats, because he wants to have all of that stablecoin product, because that's basically churning of his assets over and over again. It's completely to his benefit to have that happen. And so everybody, including these other banks, are going to have, because they want to get away from taking money from the Fed and be completely in control of their own money generation loop. And so, which is the whole point of this stablecoin thing. And so that gives him all sorts of. It's not such a big deal in the United States, but that's a big deal when you're looking at doing business out. If you can generate your own dollars, that's a big deal if you're doing business anywhere outside the United States. That makes like a place like Africa, you can just buy up the whole place. And I don't think that Africa is going to be a dud forever. There's too much stuff there.
Yeah.
And so
a lot of resources, a lot of land.
It's the most land. It's the most of everything, if you want to be honest with it. And who doesn't want a pet lion?
Me.
I would think you'd be the first.
I want a pet jaguar for some reason. There.
Well, jaguars are more asocial than lions.
Yes.
Like lions actually can almost be. I mean, they're more sociable than your cat. When they have a bad hair day, they kill you. But
yeah, if you don't feed them regular, they'll just eat you. That's they're
There's a girl on
remorseless killing machines.
They're actually not that remorseless. There's several people that have completely bonded with them, and
if you have them as a kitten and you bring them up, they'll always love you, and they won't kill you. Matter of fact, they won't let anyone else hurt you. I've watched online with a guy who brought up a cub, and a leopard. He has a whole bunch of big cats in captivity, and a leopard was sneaking up on him to attack him from behind and bite him in his neck. And the lion just stops him. There's no, you ain't doing that. I like that guy. He feeds me.
Robert's on. Good evening, Robert. How you doing? We're talking about Old Glory Bank. I mean, we got off track. We're talking about lions temporarily, but Old Glory is the first bank to integrate basically crypto and Bitcoin and that stuff directly into the banking services. And you
can have your own wallet outside of the bank, and you can link it to them, and you can buy crypto and sell crypto and stablecoin directly inside the bank.
So, and we were just speculating that that is going to be the wave of the future. It'll start in the small and medium-sized banks like this one, and then it will move on to the bigger ones. I actually hear that a lot of people, that's the big thing about Ripple, XRP is obviously a crypto, and it's a layer one like Ethereum or Solana or whatever. Of course, it's a big deal because it's headquartered in the United States, and Trump is pushing that. But it's also coming out with its own stablecoin, and its whole purpose, its main purpose, is to be a smart contract layer between banks, not just inside the United States, but within the whole world. And so, and it's already the number 3 crypto, and so it's right behind Ethereum. In terms of market cap, it's something like 250 billion. I believe it's going to $1 trillion this cycle. I believe it'll hit $1 trillion, and I wouldn't be surprised now that I imagine Ethereum's going to $1 trillion. It's already 600 billion, so I think it's going to do at least $1 trillion. And I think that we could see 5 trillion or more in Bitcoin. And so obviously there's going to be a bunch of stable coins off of Ethereum. There already are, but these $1 trillion market cap tokens are definitely going to start pushing stable coins. They just have too much equity.
Yeah, because the biggest problem was liquidity for the average person getting into the market and getting out of the market, and because they squeeze, they use it as a choke point. you had to go through a bank, and then the bank wouldn't let you do it, or you had to go through a exchange, and exchanges are shady, and then they spend 3 years doing a financial colonoscopy on you. Uh, I'm just glad it's over. It was horrible because I was one of the initial people that invested in that stuff, and a couple of them exchanges I lost money on, and the same thing happened to you.
I've never
So,
lost any money because I have none.
well, didn't they only give you back like 70% of your
I've
money or
never
something?
lost anything because I'm broke. I don't have any money. No money.
No matter how much money you have,
I have no
that's
money.
what you should always say that. Yes.
Flat broke. Look at my chair. Does this look like a man that has money?
Yeah, you could put a towel over that thing, couldn't you?
Trying to scare off the
A
gold diggers.
tablecloth.
I'm scaring off the gold diggers.
Well, yeah, it's working. I did that too. Luckily, my wife loves me, even though I am, not wealthy.
So,
Thank God.
Yes. That's the one thing I could say about her. She wasn't in it for the money. Anyways, so yeah, so my second thing is basically the Gemini command line, which so what this can do for you, just as I guess I should just read my talking points. Where'd they go? Okay. So Gemini CLI, which stands for Command Line Interface, is Google's official command line tool for interacting with the Gemini model. It's fast, scriptable, and perfect for integrating AI into professional workflows without leaving the terminal. This segment covers what it is, why to use it, and how to install it step by step. Some key facts about it is Gemini CLI runs Google's Gemini model directly in your terminal, which may sound scary, but it's not really running. It's interfacing with your terminal. It supports text generation, code completion, summarization, and more. It's great for developers, analysts, and power users who prefer command line tools, which a lot of people don't understand they even have. They think that using Windows is actually using a computer. It's really not, and this is quite powerful. Installation is quick via package managers. Works across Microsoft OS, Windows, Linux. Authentication uses your Google Cloud API. Commands can be piped in into the scripts for automation. Ideal for batch processing multiple prompts. Supports model parameter tuning, direct command line arguments, unless you integrate Gemini into your back-end services. I don't know what cron jobs are, but so we're gonna demonstrate its before we get going. Why don't you just read? I gave you the sheet. Just read through it. Make sure you understand everything. There's only one tricky part that I'm concerned about. Is that you would have to go get your authentication for your Google API. It's free, but and it describes. I described it there. I just want you to make sure that you can do it. I'm sure you can, but if it's something you don't want to expose, we can skip it and we can just talk about it. But I actually think you want to do it.
Control C. Oh wait, go back.
So
okay, I'm going to go to that.
Go ahead. Oh, sorry, Tony.
I'm going to go to that link first.
Yeah, I would recommend getting your Google API code and not exposing any of that data to the webcam. So, Robert, are you there, or you just jumped in and said hi and leaped out? Because I could walk you through installing the command line. Everybody needs command line in their life.
Yes, I'm quite familiar with it.
So anything that you would do as a security professional, this would definitely be a big help for you. Do you want to install some command line stuff on your computer? You have a Mac, right?
Oh. Not me.
No, I know you don't. I'm talking to Robert.
No professional, security.
He's our only customer. He's our only viewer, Tony. Do not make fun of Max. You'll hurt his feelings. He'll never come back.
Max is just Linux with a pretty interface. Most people don't know that.
Anyways, so we're going to show it off. And what is really good about this is probably the most powerful free, I guess, AI system that you can get. And you get the most usage. I mean, you can use a lot of them. Like if we just did a thing, you missed it, Robert, where we made a T-shirt and developed the sales listing for it, and we developed the product photography for it live here. We invented a T-shirt called, what was it? It was the ultimate okay guy or something like that. What was it?
Well, I'll show it to him. Okay.
So we even developed the model that, like, the essentially the guy who's modeling the shirt, he's even very mid. So
he's marginal
on all margins. So it's yeah. So let me see if I can blow this up for you. So we came up with the world's okayest man, and this is what our Amazon photo for the product. But if you scroll up, show them just a T-shirt by itself. So that we first developed the T-shirt only using prompts, and then
from these, we use prompts to get these first.
Yeah, we generated the ideas live, and
7 here was the one we used.
8, we used 8.
I mean 8. Excuse me. I wanted to use 7, but we ended up using 8. Yes.
And so yeah, it was a fun little exercise, and the point.
Then we asked it to do a logo.
Yes. So for the Abundance Cast.
And here's some of our catchphrases.
Yeah, which I thought were pretty. Just read some of them off, so just in case you can't see.
Powered by caffeine and Wi-Fi, living the dream in 1080p. Alexa, order me some motivation. My cloud has a silver lining. Too rich in data to be broke. Updating my patience. Crypto rich, emotionally poor. Abundance loading. Please wait. Not a bug, it's a feature. Control Z, my regrets. These are all t-shirts we should sell.
Yeah, so the idea is that this was all free. So we logged into ChatGPT. My brother doesn't have a paid account, and we were able to do all of this.
This is all done free. Yeah, it's great.
And
you can't beat it.
Yeah, and we Haven't paid a dime, and all those ideas are perfectly usable. And so for your next project, we talked about some other use cases as well, but for your next project, you can we have the list of prompts. You can take a look at the prompts, and the next time you're working on something like I don't know, some sort of sales thing, take pictures of your products. I don't know if you're going to put them on a website or whatever, and you can upgrade the photography, upload the photo that you have from your camera, say, hey, make this look opulent, and then it spits out your new silver chain or your new gold pendant on a more opulent background, and then you move that to Shopify. It takes 2 seconds.
Okay, we're gonna make it more flamboyant and with more colors.
The logo.
Yeah.
So my brother is in the process. If you can't tell, he's actually upgrading our logo. I thought it was perfectly bland the way it was, but so what we're doing is this, and the command line stuff that I'm going to be talking about next is available there. The link is available under the description of the video. So if you wanted to download it and take a look at it and read it at your leisure, you can. So to go back to what I was saying, command lines can be piped into scripts for automation. You know, it's ideal for batching processes for multiple commands, whether that is on your computer or in a prompt. It supports model parameter tuning directly in command line. So you can, if you're doing models, AI stuff on your computer, you can actually control the weights, which can make it perform differently. It lets you integrate Gemini into basically backend services as well. So you could use Gemini to basically this free AI you could pipe into your website and have like it be your chat bot to do customer service related stuff. So there's a lot of flexibility here. If you're using it more than 1,000 inquiries a day, you have to pay for it. But it, you know, it takes a lot to get to 1,000 inquiries on AI. You really have to be chugging along and asking a lot of questions. Now, if you're doing, you know, a non-consumer level and your website has a lot of traffic, it could eat through that pretty quick. But Gemini is actually considered the cheapest AI. It's like $100 for 100 million tokens or something like that, which is like, you know, like 1,000 novels. It'd take you a lot to go through that much. So do you think you're okay with doing the command line?
I'm doing the command line. It's not recognizing the commands. So
And so you typed in the command line thing.
let's see what's going on here.
I will
I use RPM install -G at Google Gemini -CLI. Okay. I guess I got to get the installer to work first.
Here, I'm going to you might not have the node installer. I'm sending it to your Gmail.
I thought I already loaded it, but it seems to.
Well, if you can't make it work, I called you earlier. I was gonna actually walk you through setup. prior to the show, but I mean not prior, before the show. Yeah, prior.
Maybe it's trying to load in the background here. Okay.
I resent it to you. Maybe I copied something wrong or whatever when I set that up. But so some of the things that you can do is if you have, I'll make it smaller. I resent it to your email.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it.
Hopefully, I didn't send it to that other Anthony dude. Okay. Is let's say you wanted to clean out your computer's junk. You can say, you don't even have to understand what you're doing. You can just say, hey, my computer is running slow. Can we clean out all the junk files from my Windows or my Mac? And it'll ask you a series of questions like, hey, do you want to get rid of all your temporary internet files? Yes. Do you want to get rid of all your old emails from 10 years ago? Yes. And it'll go through and delete it. You don't have to understand how to do any of that. It'll handle all of that stuff for you. Hey, I have a bunch of files on my D drive. I want to move it to my C drive. I don't want to manually copy them, and these are the folders I want to move.
It didn't install. It didn't install properly. I'm reloading it. That's what happened.
So, it's got a. Hey, I want to develop a website. It can develop that. I want to make an application that is a custom dashboard for all of my client loans that I have out. And I want it to be organized based on these documents. You give it the documents, it builds you a custom dashboard that tracks all the information that you want it to track for your loans. You take your spreadsheets or whatever. It'll read the spreadsheets. It'll convert the spreadsheets into a program. It'll spit out a program that is customized for your business. And you can, after you turn it on, you run it. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. I need to add this. I want to take this away. You just type it in. Hey, I want to do this. Can you do it? It will tell you. Yes, I think I can do that. Now, it has complete understanding of Linux, the Mac OS, the Windows OS, all the different versions of it. It understands JavaScript, HTML, all the major programming languages like Python, and
I'm installing it on PowerShell right now. The prompt you gave me there, so it's running. Chocolate. That's what it says its name is.
In a way, it can do that. Like Robert asks, it needs. Although I know that's not true. You're kind of you. I don't think you want too many more loans. But yes, if you wanted it to, let's say, creep through your all your current stuff that you have and customers that you have, it could look at all your customers and then build a list of emails and then write an email to each of them based on your previous email interactions. It can read the old emails and write new emails that basically ask the customers, hey, how's it going on X, Y, and Z? Do you need more money? Hey, are you, now that you completed X, Y, and Z, are you looking for anything else? So it can't go out and find completely brand new random people, but it absolutely could go out into your current existing whatever documentation you have, whether it's your QuickBooks or whatever, and if you have customer information in there, your emails or your phone numbers and all that stuff, it can definitely do that. Now, one of the AIs, it's not this one, but one of them, I'm pretty sure it's the new, it's whatever one had the new voice feature. I look at so many of them, I don't even really remember. But one of them has a new voice feature where it can read your emails and then it can call people and it uses your voice or a programmed assistant's voice. And it will call up and ask people basically sales questions. And it was so convincing that 98% of the people who knew the individual did not know that they were talking to a robot. Now, the downside to that is if that robot had your wife or daughter's, voice memorized, and then was hooked up to a terrorist pretending to have your wife or daughter as a hostage while she's really out getting pizza, and it could maybe hypothetically convince you into giving it $100,000 to save your, to not detonate your daughter, and then she gets back home from the pizza place. You're like, shit, I just sent, all my money out. But so did you get that up and running? Or is this...
It's still running. It's installing Visual Studio right now. It already installed Python, and it needs to install all those things so that when you ask it to do things, it can access.
I had all those installed. So, but it's very powerful. While you're doing that, why don't we just go on to your second story while that's working in the background? We'll circle back to this.
Sure. My second story is basically I'd like to cover a few things about testosterone therapy for older men, because that's who it's for. And the problem with it is that
it's administrated poorly.
It's administrated poorly, but it's not getting the effects that they want. Basically, as you get older, your biggest problem is that you don't have enough testosterone. It's that your body doesn't use it properly. And so they don't address that. They just give you more and more steroids. And then when they quit working, they say, see, they don't work. You're just getting old. And because they want you sick. So what you basically have to do is find out why the testosterone therapy doesn't work. And there's three major things that cause that. That's high cortisol, high inflammation, and high prolactin. And all these things some of them could be caused by drug interactions, aging, stress, and things like that. So the first thing that you have to get a control of is inflammation. And the reason that most people have inflammation is because they have zombie cells. They have cells that are supposed to be eradicated by their body and is continuing to function in a limited capacity, causing inflammation. And inflammation, as measured by C-reactive protein, which is a thing or interleukin IL-6, these are the two markers that we use to check inflammation, and that's chronic inflammation is what causes most diseases, including diabetes. What they're finding is that TRT patients, if they have inflammation of 30% above normal, the testosterone treatment doesn't work. And so what you need to do is you need to do senolytics. That's the things I'm talking about that gets rid of these zombie cells. And so what I did is I went in and used Grok, because I know these things, but I wanted it to organize for me. It says senolytics, these things that kill the zombie cells, will help TRT by addressing cellular senescence, and which contributes to inflammation and hormonal imbalance and interfere with the testosterone therapy. Senolytics are compounds that selectively eliminate senescent cells, like zombie cells. That they stop dividing and increase inflammation. And I've discussed this in previous programs. It affects all the cells around them because everything's in 3 dimensions. So you got a cell here that's inflamed and dying, and your body isn't getting rid of it. All the cells that touch it are infected by the hormones and the cytokines and the inflammation markers that just ooze out of that cell. Basically, that cell's telling your body, get rid of me, but your body isn't listening. Or it just doesn't have enough energy because of mitochondria that malfunction to do it. So this interferes tremendously with the use of testosterone therapy. So there's all sorts of, I have this in a link below the video, so you can look at these things, and I have all the information so you can judge for yourself and look it up yourself. So that is one of the markers. You have to get rid of the zombie cells, and there's multiple things you can use for that. Dasatinib and Q-certain. I always have a problem saying that one. Those 2 things will reduce the amount of zombie cells. And they have a whole list of things below here. And it's not really allowed for us to try to sell these particular products. You can buy them, but if we push them, then the FDA will come after us. So,
and additionally, one of the things that you could do to also get rid of zombie cells is fasting.
And fasting, and also, what is it? The berberine will also help. And there's a lot of things out there. Just look up sensate cells and how do you get rid of them in Grok or Google, and they'll give you a whole list of senolytics that actually work, because they'll increase insulin. Not only when you use these senolytics, your insulin sensitivity will go up and your testosterone will go up automatically because it's been interfering with your testosterone production. So that's one of the things you need to do. Also, you have to check your thyroid. If your thyroid you have hypothyroidism, in other words, your T3 and T4 are low, that again will get in the way. Your body won't be able to use the testosterone. Another problem that should be addressed is elevated prolactin. Prolactin is caused by a lot of people taking antidepressants or other medication that increases prolactin. Prolactin basically is a hormone that makes women produce milk after they give birth. It's a primary associated with lactation, but it has other spots. It'll cause the testosterone to be ineffective because it suppresses gonadotropin releasing hormone and follicle releasing stimulating hormone. And these 2 things is what testosterone is supposed to be causing. Is you're supposed to be in other words, your body is not going to produce the testosterone with high prolactin. And so there's all sorts of things out there that to raise your prolactin. And
are there prolactin blockers?
Basically, what they do, prolactin blockers increase dopamine, and anything that's a dopamine agonist. And there's a lot of things out there. I'll give you. I should have an example of one in this. Okay, I'm trying to find it. It lists an actual prolactin. Okay, help dopamine. It's called cabergoline. It's CABERGOLIN. It's a dopamine agonist. In other words, it helps dopamine. A means good, and means bad. Antagonist would be the opposite. An agonist helps. So what it does is it raises dopamine, which again drops prolactin. Like I used to have to take Zyban when I first got out of the military, and that would raise prolactin. and also released growth hormone. But eventually it has side effects. It can affect your vision. But so that's one of the most important things to take care of. The other thing, like I said, is thyroxine or T4 and T3 thyroid hormones. If those are low, testosterone won't work. And that I found out through my whole life, I had low thyroid. It was just, my grandmother, for example, had almost zero thyroid function. So I inherited a little bit of it. The other thing you have to look for that helps or opposes, I should say, opposes or testosterone replacement therapy. And it's in this article that I posted below the
Video.
in the video. Of course, my computer's not working. No, okay.
It's probably because you're still downloading all that crap.
But the main things are inflammation and cortisol. Cortisol, by the way, when you do take elevated cortisol, there's all sorts of things to reduce cortisol, but the TRT alone will reduce the cortisol if you take care of the other two problems, which is inflammation and prolactin, and the T3, T4. Once you take the steroids, and growth hormone also will reduce cortisol, which is a hormone or that it's actually a steroid that causes your tissue to break down. So it's anti-anabolic, it's catabolic. And so it works in the opposite direction of testosterone and growth hormone. So when you take testosterone, it usually will drop your cortisol immediately. But cortisol can be caused from bad diet, cortisol elevation, not sleeping properly, lack of exercise, too much stress. You're worried about something, cortisol will rise, then you become hypogonadal. Your testosterone quits working, and your gonads quit working. So stress is always bad. Of course, Grok recommends that you sit around and think for hours and meditate, but that never helps me because then I think about the things that bother me.
Yeah, I find the best way to deal with stress is hard work.
Yes, it does.
That's why I go out and exercise in the sun, and I go out when it's hot because it's stress on the body, and I try to get in 2 or 3 miles of that, and maybe a couple of wind sprints or whatever. And if I'm like freaking out, if I don't do that, I can't sleep. If I skip working out for 2 or 3 days, I'll start becoming insomnia. I'll have insomnia.
Yes, a lot of work does help you, and you will sleep longer and more soundly. If I don't work out or do anything physical, I sleep about 6 hours maximum, usually about 5. If I work out, I sleep about 7 to 8. So and I have a much more restful sleep. And if you have breathing problems, and there's multiple things to fix sleep apnea, a lot of them, such as gargling, salt, nasal strips, because a lot of people snore because they can't breathe through the nose because they have a deviated septum. So if you have a deviated septum, you need to have that taken care of. I know it's going to be painful, but sleep apnea causes all these things that I just talked about, and your testosterone will not work. Muscles will start shrinking. You'll start gaining weight around your midsection. You'll become diabetic if you're not sleeping properly. So if you're not breathing, you need to go get a test and get a machine or have surgery or whatever. You have to breathe at night. I became an underwater swimming champion. I breathe so little at night because remember we're talking about oxygen before, extending your life. Lack of oxygen does the opposite. It seems.
Well, don't you still have sleep apnea?
Yes, and I use a machine, and I've always had it. I snored since I was little, and I did have a deviated septum from birth. A lot of people have a broken nose at birth. You probably do also,
I have a
my brother,
deviated septum, and
because
I do snore
you had a
now.
very difficult birth. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
So
I do believe that contributes to my sleeping anxiety.
it does, because you feel when you first fall asleep, you feel like you're choking, and you feel a lack of oxygen, so you panic and wake up. And it's a mild wake up, but you just keep doing it over and over again, and you never get into REM sleep. You never get growth hormone release, and you don't get any repair.
I actually
Uh,
went to the doctor's on April. I basically chickened out. I have it all approved to have my sinuses scoped.
uh, they need to, if you have a deviated septum, that needs to be straightened out. When I had a sinus infection in the military, they went in and did a operation on my sinuses because I was dying from a sinus infection. At that time, they went in and straightened out my septum. Uh, you don't want them to go drilling into your head when you have problems. So you want the septum straightened. Otherwise, you might end up with a permanent or semi-permanent infection in your sinuses, and then the only way to fix that is to operate. And trust me,
Well,
is
currently I've
one
been
of the
checked.
worst things that can happen to you. I've
I
had
I don't have
endoscopic
any
sinus.
sinus infections currently. I had it checked.
But how
Later,
well
man.
can you breathe?
Yeah,
Good night.
yeah.
How well can you breathe through your sinuses? I mean, through your nose. Well,
Well, my allergies are terrible.
that's because your septum is so close. Your nose is so close to being closed all the time, it gets irritated, and any amount of inflammation closes your sinuses off. I went through that for years. After they straightened out my septum and cleaned out everything in there, I couldn't believe that. Is that how normal people breathe? I wasn't used to it.
Right. And that's what I've been told. What scared me off is there's like a small percentage of brain leakage.
But if you leave it, if you do get an infection, it will go through your eyes into your brain, and that's what was happening to me. So they had to operate, otherwise I was going to die. I started seeing weird stuff out of my left eye, and that was not good. But I had a closed up sinus that would not drain for a year.
Well, I haven't had any. I do have it. I have a whole protocol that I have to do to open it up at night. But if I take Zyrtec and use Flonase, I can breathe through my nose. It's not perfect or anything, but yeah.
Yeah, if I forget to use something to open up my nose, I nasal teapot and then open up my nose with some sort of non-addictive spray. Um, I snore even with the CPAP machine. So I have to have my sinuses clear, otherwise I don't sleep.
So you do a neti pot every day?
No, I only do it if I'm having nasal congestion. Otherwise, I just use a spray.
No, I do it every day. Anyways, way off topic. Did that install?
Let's see. Package just requires rebooting. In other words, I can't do anything until after the show.
Great. Anyways, we'll just move on to my final thing. The only person that was watching has just left.
Grok Video Model installation.
Yeah, it's not even installation. It's just you can check to see do you have Grok on your phone.
Yes, I do. I think I do.
It's so you already have it. I think I checked it and I had it. So if you go to the app and it's updated, you might have to update it.
Yeah, it's acting like it needs to update. So
it'll tell you. At the top, it's got ask, and then it's got imagine. And if you click on imagine, that's where you can do the video. So
What you want to know? Okay.
a logo for the Abundance Cast. The word abundance coming out of the ocean. So I'll show you what I got.
It's making me sign in again for some reason.
Probably haven't used it in a while. I actually prepped for the show, and so I have it. You can see it.
Let me look.
Can you see it?
Yeah, and it's frightening. Scaring the crap out of me.
I'm sorry. Let's try this one. But I mean, the fact that you can do this stuff for free. Of course, you can make your own memes.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I like that one better.
I don't get the noise. It's very noisy.
Oh, it's the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, it's. Let's see what we got here.
I'm waiting for Grok to talk to me, and it's not sending me an email. Very negligent of you, Grok. Here it is. Confirmation code.
Trump fighting demon rats with a machine gun.
That ought to be good.
Because demon rats are my name for Democrats. That's the photo that it came up with. It's 41% animated. See it?
Yeah. It's retarded. I'm gonna go back to what was I doing? Okay.
But tomorrow or whatever, if you should complete the install and then try using this application. I mean, I think as a security guy, you'll appreciate it.
Okay.
Did you get it working?
Well, I got no. Okay, I gotta turn my computer back off for that. So no, I'm not getting it working. It's gonna as you know, my phone is not working very well. So
I have another one of Trump rendering. Do you have a final segment?
no, I just had 2 segments today because I figured that'd take us past 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, let me see it. That one's better.
It's a meme machine.
Why does he have it running on computers? Why is it just on phones?
We can ask, but I don't know.
I mean, phones are weak. I mean, I guess they're not doing any work themselves, so it doesn't matter.
But most people actually look at X on their phone.
That is so hard. It's so minuscule on a phone. I mean,
I agree. I'm not arguing with you. I don't personally do it that way.
I guarantee they miss half their stuff because of that. Not that it matters. It's all baloney anyways. But.
Why is the video model on? So I asked. Okay, the query seems to be asking. Okay, a Grok Imagine powered by AI XAI Aurora model is featured. Is a feature that generates short 6 to 15-second synchronized audio video prompts.
They can put it on TikTok. That's why they want you. That's for TikTok.
The exclusivity to the mobile app and the X platform could be a deliberate move by XAI to lock users into the ecosystem, potentially limiting the creative freedom for those who prefer other platforms or desktops. Is it coming to?
Yeah, I'm all excited. I'm going to reboot my computer.
For the CLI?
Yeah.
There is no official time. They're saying it could, but there is no official time. They haven't talked. They haven't. There's no mention of it on X that they're doing it.
That's because they want to have your phone and your computer. If the only way you can do it is go to your phone, then they're going to have your phone information also. It's just Elon Musk being evil. You can't help it.
He can't help it.
No,
he has fallen off the face of the earth. Speaking of which, I mean, for a while there wasn't a day went by that you didn't see his ass. But lately, he has completely disappeared.
Mm-hmm. I don't even see any X posts from him, other than I seen him put out old ones. You know, he re-put out the one about we only have two choices. We could be interstellar society, or we could sit on this planet and die. Yeah, that's 2.5 billion years from now, jackass. Don't worry about it. But then we'll be sophisticated enough, or we're still around, to not even worry about that shit.
No, I don't think that's actually a good mindset. We need to start building into space. That we should colonize every planet in any place that we can.
Wait, you see what Voyager has seen out there? Oh my God, the radioactive background, it's just horrible. I mean, once you get the sun protects us so much. As soon as we get out of protection of the sun, it's just you just don't last long.
No.
Thank you, sun.
Yeah.
It blasts all that radiation away from us.
It does. The magnetic sphere does. But the reason you still so the you just have to look at the end of the last ice age. If what you and I have discussed is even remotely true, and there was a civilization like Atlantis, um, who was technologically advanced, one bad meteor strike, you're fucked. Why is it that I mean, it is pretty much documented proof that humans, anatomically correct humans like you and me, with brains equal or bigger than what we have now, have been around at least 300,000 years. Why is it there's only 5,000 years of society? I will tell you, because every 10,000 years we're being struck by a big rock. And so we need to we can't just sit around waiting for that to happen. Does that mean Mars is the best choice? I
No.
don't fucking know. But even if we're only building things in orbit, um, we're sitting ducks. I More and more now, it looks like we've actually been struck twice since the end of the Little Dryas. It looks like we were struck in the middle of the Middle Ages, which is why they're called the Dark Ages, is because we had a nuclear winter in the middle of that. That's why society collapsed after Rome. Is there was it was Everything was so much colder, because there was a dust cloud sitting in the um,
Northern
atmosphere,
Hemisphere.
and it basically shortened our summer cycle enough that people couldn't get enough food, and so our population was massively diminished. And of course, we're heading towards population collapse now because we want to make sure that we don't have any energy for anything. But we can't let these nitwit fucking lizard cannibal people be in charge of us. We have to develop as much
They're
technology.
not smart enough. They're so galactically selfish and maniacal, and they just gobble up resources and don't create anything themselves. They are truly the parasite class.
Right, and they're in charge. And
Because of their hobbies are domination and theft and killing. They're like their father, who begot them. Because I'm a Christian, I believe those people are just Satan worshipers. So
well,
lying and cheating and stealing is what they do, and killing.
the only way that obviously is you got to develop technology.
Yes,
But I'm not a huge fan of all of his views, but the only view that, like, I'm not for everybody being battery powered, solar
that's
powered.
retarded.
But do I agree that and I'm not sure Mars is the answer. I think we might need to be looking there, but um, it
It might be. I can't see that as even a waypoint, a place we should stop on the way out into the rest of the solar system. It doesn't.
well, the first most obvious thing before we go to Mars is
The moon.
the moon, and we need to set up colonies there that are self-sustaining as best we can, and then from there we need to look at all the other moons, like uh, the James Webb seems to have found in the next closest star that it's got a huge gas giant, but it looks like that one of the moons might actually have water on it. So it's like
Hmm.
Pandora. It's a because the movie Avatar is the aliens live on a moon that's actually on around a gas giant, and so it's like the forestary moon of Endor.
Yeah.
maybe potentially. But they actually I forgot what they said specifically, but they were talking about how um, that they believe by using their spectrograph stuff that they can see that it's a certain type of oxygen isotope in the atmosphere that's usually only present, or they only know of it being present on Earth because there's a biosphere.
Hmm.
And so they actually think they can see a moon in another solar system that might already have plant life. Did you see the most recent Joe Rogan podcast?
No, I did not. I,
It's
I wanted to because I heard it was supposed to be pretty good, but
it's got our congresswoman on it from Florida, something or other, Luna.
hmm.
Um, it's a weird one.
well, I'll look at it.
Anyways, well, once you get that up and running, let me know if you need any assistance. I've set it up already. I imagine you'll be fine. But yeah,
I'll do that.
I
And
was I was wanting to start having you roll out your own video. Do you think you're in a position that you can slap together something this week?
yeah, I'll try to.
Okay. Well, that's why I called earlier. I want to talk to you off camera, but you never answer your phone.
Well, I don't understand that. Two people called me during that time, and I didn't. I had the phone with me, and my phone didn't ring, and I don't understand what's happening with that. I didn't turn it down all the way, did I?
But it's not that somebody else is operating your phone.
No, no one operates my phone.
Okay.
Not even me.
All right. That's what I was thinking it was, is that you were down to one phone and one of you is like me and the other one
No,
does not.
I turned down the volume because I was in a meeting. It was my fault.
All right. Uh, I'll give you a shout tomorrow. I got a couple of things I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good night.
Yeah, I'll talk. Well, we got to close out our. In conclusion, so I forget
In
our.
conclusion,
So,
don't be afraid of AI. And
uh,
the bank, some of the banks are coming around, so you get to you know
a lot is
control shit.
coming around, and it looks like Bitcoin is coming around. If you hadn't been paying attention, that today was pretty powerful. I didn't even want to get into it, but yeah. So we covered a bunch of things today that everybody should be considering using. We chat GPT 5 and how you can use it to develop products. The new Gemini command line tool, and this Grok Video. I mean, these are all very powerful for marketing and all that stuff. And so, if you want to see more of that, we have links below, both the testosterone replacement treatment and the banking information is there.
Oh,
Uh,
Glory Bank.
and,
Yes.
and the prompts that I've created are all linked below in the video description. And if you could like and subscribe, we'd love that. I mean, this is a new channel. In fact, I think, have you liked and subscribed it, Tony?
Yes. Yes,
Uh,
I have.
okay. And yes, please leave a comment below, and thank you for stopping by. And did you notice that we actually got 27 people that viewed the last one? I didn't even,
Yes, and we have 10. I think last time I looked, we had 10 subscribers.
and I didn't, I mean, other than I posted it the night that I,
At
when
that
we fin
rate, 10 shows, you'll have 100 people.
so hopefully it keeps
And
getting better.
wait, but oh, I have to put that on X and push it.
Yes, that's what that's why I
I
brought it.
get 500 views just from that, and luckily, hopefully, they won't, um,
Well, we're staying
pretend that
way
we're
away
not
from the
getting views.
controversial stuff. We've stayed way away from the controversial stuff, and I notice even on our gaming channel that we're getting 15, 20 views, and I'm doing absolutely no promotion of this so far, other than I put it on X.
Okay. Well, I'll put it on X, and I'll ask Grok how I can promote it more.
All right. I will talk to you tomorrow.
Talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Bye.